When you open up the file into Google Earth, it will open here on the left in the Places section. You need to click on the plus button to open up all the files in the folder. Double click the Torcross one and it will zoom you in at Torcross, and when you click on the blue pin it will come up with all the information in this box on what needs completing and what tasks are to be done. Again, if you zoom in and out, you should be able to get different views of Torcross to be able to complete a location description. Moving on to the first site, if you double click the yellow pin, it will move you automatically to site 1. And then if you click on the yellow pin, left click on it, it'll bring up a dialog box with a list of instructions. And the first one is to use the ruler at the top menu button and measure the width of the beach, making sure that you select meters. So this is the ruler icon. You single click from one edge of the beach to the next. It will draw out a line across the beach. And then just make sure you select meters. Okay, the next task on the pin was to draw the elevation profile. So for this you'll need to draw a path, and you use the same skill as the ruler. You click the path icon, which is here, select one edge of the beach to the next, and again it will draw out a line, and then click OK. The line will appear on the left hand side in the Places menu. Right click this and select Show Elevation Profile, and it will appear at the bottom of the screen, so you can see this end on the left is the sea and at the back of the beach on the right. Print screen that and you can print it in Word. Okay, the final task is to click on the time hop, which is this clock with a backwards arrow on it, and to go back to the earliest satellite imagery that we've got for Torcross, which is 2002, and you just pull the slider menu on here, and drag that back to 2002, and then take a ruler measurement again of the beach width in meters, so you've got a comparison between 2002 and the present day. Once all those tasks are done, we can move on from site 1 by double clicking site 2, and it will automatically take you there. Remember, before you move to site 2, to switch off your time hop icon so that you return to present day. At site 2, if we click on the yellow pin, you will have the exact same instructions, so you're repeating the process again of doing the beach width, elevation profile, and looking back at historical satellite imagery. And then finally, double clicking onto site 3, same activities again. Okay, underneath all of that, there is another folder which is called the beach width data. If you click on the little plus icon next to that, it will open that folder up, so you can see 13 different files in there for 13 different beach widths. These are preloaded, and each pin has already got the beach width written on, and this is the file that you need to be able to create the GE graph. In order to do that, you need to right click this folder and save it as a KML file. You need to make sure that you select from the drop down menu KML, otherwise it automatically saves as a KMZ file. Okay, so this is GE graph. A couple of things to switch on. Make sure that open in GE is ticked, it's the red one in the middle. Show the scale, show the graph, and then we're going to type in a graph title, which will automatically load in Google Earth as well. So you need to now go to File and Open, and you need to search for where you saved your KML file and load it up. Okay, and then automatically all that data, all the pins with the longitude and latitude appear in this dialog box. So type in a suitable title for this, so a bar graph to show beach profiles, and then in the value section, you need to make sure that you go through each of the blue pins in Google Earth and type in the beach width in the value column. When you've got all of those values in, just double check that you have clicked show title in GE, that open in GE is ticked, and show scale in GE. GE standing for Google Earth. When you've got all of the beach width values typed in, you then go to run and it will automatically open that file into Google Earth. Make sure on your last value that you click the enter button to make sure that that data moves from the left to the right. You see how when you type it in, it goes to the left, but when you click enter and move on to the next value, it moves the information to the right. You need to hit enter to do that for that last value. Okay, so then click run. It should automatically then load into Google Earth looking like this. A really impressive proportional bar chart showing the change in beach width, and you can clearly see there that towards the east the beach is definitely getting wider. If it looks really complicated, switch a few layers off on the left hand side, turn off the place names, turn off photographs, just really empty everything out so that you've just got a few things showing and it just makes the graph easier to see. But I'm pretty certain your students will be very impressed with themselves for creating something like this. And this is a good one to compare against to check that they've got theirs right. You should be able to see your title in the top left and the scale at the bottom.